the academic learning. Okay, so over to you, Adel, and you can take it away.
Thank you very much, and it's lovely to see you this morning, and thanks for having me, Karen, much appreciated. So I'm delighted to be introducing the Graduate Attributes and Values Programme, and some of you may be familiar with the programme already, but I suppose the core bulk of information about the programme is available through Module 6 of the Nurturing Bright Futures tool. So just to give you a little bit of an overview of graduate attributes, I suppose our attributes and our values really are the bedrock of our student experience here in UCC. And our attributes in particular refer to the skills, knowledge and abilities that our graduates, subject knowledge and that disciplinary knowledge. And they're attributes that are applicable in a whole range and context in a student's life. And our core aim really is that, with them developing these values and attributes, that they, I suppose, become lifelong, life-wide and life-deep learners, that they become well-rounded individuals. So just our attributes. So we really, I suppose, try to develop transition in, through and out supports that encourage our graduates to become creators, evaluators and communicators of knowledge, independent and creative thinkers, digitally fluent, which has been really important, particularly over the last 2 years. So we've done an awful lot of work in this space. Socially responsible, and then effective global citizens who recognise and challenge inequalities. And to run through our values, I suppose as I say, we want our graduates to be well-rounded, curious and self-aware individuals, and we want them to have that kind of appetite for lifelong learning, embracing new ideas and trying to make things happen. And with that, we prioritise the development of values such as respect, but respect for themselves and for others, their environment and the community. And with that as well, we've been working very much in the SDG space over the last while to try to encourage that respect for your broader environment. Ambition, we want our graduates to aim high, display good work ethic and really strive to succeed. We want them to be compassionate and empathetic for themselves, and particularly over these last 2 years, and I'm sure you saw that in your own schools as well, we wanted our students to not be too hard on themselves, and we also want them to have compassion for others. Resilience, and people who persevere, who show capacity for problem solving and their own personal well-being. And again, we've coordinated different projects in the last year to try to encourage that, and particularly that personal well-being piece. And then integrity, we want our graduates to be recognised as people who are trustworthy, ethical and dependable. And the module itself is, as I say, Module 6, and the aim of the module is to introduce the Graduate Attributes Programme to your students, to parents, and to yourselves, outline the 5 graduate attributes and 5 values that every student will have the opportunity to develop as they transition in, through and out of the university, and enable students to start reflecting on their own attributes and values, what's important to them, and have a better understanding of themselves, their decision-making styles and so on, by the time they start studying at higher level. So essentially, the Graduate Attributes Programme was formed to support students from pre-entry level, and an outcome of that work was the Nurturing Bright Futures tool. And then I suppose as they come through campus and through their studies, and we want them to, I suppose, enter the world of work and future studies, feeling well equipped. And all of this is facilitated through this programme. It's a unique, transformative programme that supports students as they transition in, through and out. And we have a whole host of activities within the through and out space that we collaborate with colleagues across the university to develop out different initiatives that really make up the Graduate Attributes Programme. So here in UCC, we're very much committed to embedding and developing the development of these values and attributes into the fabric of the DNA of the university. And I suppose we reflect them back in our academic programs, and any new programs that are developed, they need to include areas where students have the opportunity to develop values and attributes. And some of the attributes and the values, they relate to, I suppose, knowledge and understanding that's gained through studying, but there's a lot more than that. The values and attributes that are gained from other areas within the university, such as engaging in co-curricular and extracurricular activities, volunteering, and getting involved in our clubs and societies, and a whole range of pursuits. Really, there's really something for everyone. Now, I would love if you could take the opportunity, if you want to scan this QR code, or I will drop a link into the chat for you here now where you can go to a Slido, and we'd love to see what additional attributes or values you would like to see added to our list. So I will just share that into the chat with you there now. Give me a second, and then I will share a list of the different values and attributes, some additional ones that you might like to select from. Yeah, so if you just want to click in here, you'll be able to add your own values and attributes. And here is a list. And Carol, if you wouldn't mind dropping the link to the little document into the chat for everyone. We just have this on a separate document if you want to zoom into anything as well. So I'll just give you a few minutes to add in your value and attribute. Great, so we have resilience, sustainability, which is and I think that's great. You know, it's something that we do want to maybe look at in the next iteration of our values and attributes, particularly with work around our SDG goals. Great, thank you very much. So I'm just going to share another slide and another link with you now, and I'd love for you to think about an attribute or a value that you consider most important to your school. And that can come from our own list of values or attributes or otherwise. So if you just want to scan that QR code, you'll be able to access the Slido. I'll just give you a little link if you would like to. There. Respect. Great. Integrity, team spirit, that's great. Great, so thank you very much. To say, I will leave that one open if you would like to have a little more of a think. So we appreciate that. And I suppose what we're hoping to get from these polls, and it's something that we'll reshare again in further communications, is I suppose a broader understanding of the values and attributes that you might see in your students. And this will, I suppose, support us as we develop our next academic strategy and see what values and attributes we want to prioritize. We imagine we will still include many that we've already worked on, but we're always open to looking at that further development. So thank you. So as you work through module 6, I suppose there's a lot of content there to help students in their decision-making style in picking the right subjects. But in the module itself, we have a number of resources available to students that help them to understand their own values and attributes at school. So this is just a little sample, and if you want to delve into module 6, you can have a look in a little bit more detail. But the core really of purpose of these resources is to, I suppose, highlight to students other ways that they can start to develop their graduate attributes and values before they come to university. So for example, social responsibility, we suggest that students could get involved in the Green Schools initiatives. They could walk, cycle, or take a scooter to school. They could participate in the local Tidy Towns cleanup, keep up to date on political developments, keep fit and well, or they can include their own ideas. There's then also information and resources available to support students in understanding their own attributes and values while they're in university. So for example, here for effective global citizenship, we will encourage students, for example, to get involved in a political or a charitable society, to join in an active society, for example, in the university, and to get involved in initiatives and I suppose modules that we have available here that are university-wide on sustainability and understanding the SDGs in a little bit more detail. So there are signposts available for each of the values and attributes that can help the student to develop. And we also are always, I suppose, keen to signposted initiatives where the students can, I suppose, achieve something as well, and such as a digital badge. So things like the UCC Employee Agility Awards Programme or work. This is a programme that supports students as they develop employability skills, and they can engage in that from first year through. And also work with our Skills Centre, who have a fantastic success zone that's available online that helps students, I suppose, from things like, how to, write their academic papers for the first time, how to reference right through to developing out their values and attributes. And just to touch on some other resources that are available, and again, I have a QR code here if you'd like to scan it and share with your students at any stage. So these are our 360 virtual reality campus experiences. So there's a general tour of the university that a student can work through online through YouTube. And then we have little campus experiences for each of the different colleges. So, you know, if a student decides that they want to come to the College of Arts, we have a little video available where they can have a virtual walkthrough of the College of Arts and start to familiarise themselves with the university, particularly if they haven't been to UCC before. Also on the transition in space, when our students arrive in UCC, they'll also be provided with the year planner. And the purpose of the year planner is to encourage them to look back on the year that they have had academically and their personal life, their well-being and their financial you know, goals and their bucket list. And then I suppose we want to encourage them to look to the year ahead and start planning out, you know, what they want to achieve in their personal life and their academic life and so on. And within that little booklet, again, we signpost to different resources, supports, initiatives, clubs, societies, activities that they can get involved in to help them develop as a person. And I suppose I think something that's great about the year planner is it really encourages the students start thinking about what they want to get involved in, because sometimes, you know, the university is so huge, they might not know that something is even happening until they, you know, progress on to second or third year. So the year planner really gets them to kind of think about what they want to achieve in the year ahead and be equipped with their own, I suppose, knowledge of themselves. A development that we are currently working on is the UCC Graduate Attributes and Values Compass. So this is really for students once they come into the university and they register for the first time, and each year the students will be encouraged to engage with the compass. So the compass really is a questionnaire that, as I say, is pushed out to all students in the university each year, and it helps them to, I suppose, understand the different values and attributes that they have themselves and work through the survey. At the end of the survey, they'll receive a little spiky profile that shows where they are with their development of different values and attributes. From there, they can then engage in different learning experiences that are available online to help them engage in initiatives and explore content that helps them to develop these, as I say, these values and attributes. The content has been developed with colleagues across the university, so there's over 20 colleagues who contributed. And as I said, we're in the final stages now of getting it prepared, so we're hoping to launch in September, but I'm really excited to see, you know, our first year results, particularly for students who will have engaged with Nurturing Bright Futures, you know, and I think they'll have to get a strong awareness of the Graduate Attributes Programme by the time they come into university. So I'm really looking forward to the first year and seeing what comes there. And we have a number of information and resource access points. So, you know, the Graduate Attributes Programme website outlines different initiatives that we are involved in the transition in, through and out space. The UCC Keep Well website, again, provides really holistic information for students to mind themselves, you know, and take care of themselves and meet those challenges that they may be faced with, particularly in their first year. And then we have the Success Zone and the Canvas space. Again, all students can work through this, and we have content curated from different areas within the university. So there's the graduate attributes section there, which signposts them to different resources. For example, a program that we worked on recently was the Success It's in Our Nature program, where we developed a series of looped walks that students can take across our 3 different campuses. And the aim of that project in many ways was to encourage them to get outside, you know, and enjoy their campus and take care of their own well-being. On the transition through and out space, you know, we will work with them, as I say, different areas within the university to make resources available. I know today we're kind of focusing primarily on the transition in space, but as students transition through and out of the university, we work very closely, for example, with our career services, and helping them get prepared with their CV and find work and you know, get ready for interview and areas like that. We also have a series of videos for students on you know, what supports are available to them when they progress on and graduate out of the university, and things that really help them to adapt to their next journey and start planning out their next journey and what they would like to do in the future. Okay, so if you'd like to contact us, you've met me, I'm Adel. I just started this Graduate Attributes Programme in early March, so I'm really excited and looking forward to connecting with you over the next couple of years. Dr. Etna Hunt is our academic advisor. So Etna has been heavily involved in the Compass tool and the development out of that. And Maggie O'Sullivan, who is our senior executive assistant. And as you can see from our slides and our branding, you know, this is Maggie's work. She's a fantastic graphic designer and, you know, just a wonderful addition to the team. So if you know you want to contact any of us at any stage, you can reach out to us personally, or you can contact us with our general inbox, graduate recruitment at UC, or graduate attributes at ucc.ie. Thank you very much.
Lovely. Thank you, Adele, for that lovely run through